Alright guys, just San here, back for another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video, and in today's video we're going to be checking out the sub EZA for the STR God Goku. Now I feel like this guy is probably the best EZA out of the 9 that we've seen. Well, I guess not including Beerus and Whis, because of course they are an LR, but out of all like the sub EZAs and all that, I think this guy probably is the best, just because this guy does get up to some pretty crazy levels of defense, especially when you consider he has the damage reduction as well. So I think in slot 2 and 3, this guy is going to be looking very good. And, you know, when you're built up with him, definitely, as I said, he's going to be looking very good. So, yeah, before we get into the video, if you find yourself enjoying it at any point, feel free to like and subscribe. And, yeah, let's just get right into it. So this is the team that we're running. Actually, one thing I do want to say, we're on my main global account. So this is not my private server. I unfortunately don't have him rainbowed. And he's not level 10 links either. But, you know, we're almost at, like, all level 5 links. And we got a couple good equips on him. So that does make it a little bit better. And also, I've got the Movie Hero support memory, so it's going to be making him look just a little bit more impressive anyway. So definitely not his best situation, but, you know, I mean, still, not horrible either. So, okay, we did get him on the second rotation. Now, I brought some pretty good support units on the team. We've got the Dragon Ball superheroes, Goku, who supports for 40% attack and defense. We've got the banner unit Rage Vegeta, and just some pretty good options on here. So, okay, what I'm going to do... yeah, I'll rotate the Kaioken Goku off because they share like 5 out of 7 links. So the Kaioken Goku does definitely work very well with the God Goku. But keep in mind this is my global account, so the Kaioken Goku does not have his EZA yet. But with his EZA, so I guess JP players, definitely that would be a pretty solid rotation. I mean, having this guy do like a ton of damage, and then the God Goku being pretty good defensively, will definitely be a good rotation because you might be able to get away, depending on what event you're in, with putting the God Goku in slot 1. So then if you do have that, then of course you could put the Kaioken Goku in slot 2, and then he'll just do a ton of damage and look much better defensively after he supers. But he does have the guard as well, so actually you could probably throw him in slot 1 for the first, 5 turns. I guess it just all depends on what event you're in though, because neither of them are like standout slot 1 units. But anyway, right here we are going to have, okay, 2 out of 7 links, so a little bit on the lower end. Actually, you know what? Yeah, I think I'm gonna throw him in slot 1 because we might end up killing right here. I'll say why in a second. But all right, we're at 118k defense. Not really the best, but there are a couple things to keep in mind. Most notably, we do get 80% attack and defense when we super, so that would set us a little over 200k. We also get 50% attack and defense for 3 turns on our actual super attack effect, so that would put us at like what, around 300k defense. And we also build up to 50% attack and defense with each attack performed, and we build up to 30% damage reduction with each attack received. So we've got a lot going on right here, and also we can launch an additional attack. More specifically, we have a guaranteed additional that has a medium chance of becoming a super when HP is 59% or more, which of course we're going to have right here. So if you just start considering everything that's going on for this guy, this guy's really looking good. Because of course we have to build up to an additional 50% attack and defense, so that alone would just make our stats look a lot better, especially the damage reduction, the 30% damage reduction, because that's a pretty solid number. And right there, 3.4 million attacks that, so not really the craziest, but keep in mind we do have an additional that has a medium chance to become a super, which we did get. Okay, so that's 2 50% defensive raises for 3 turns. So on this next rotation, oh my god, okay, we got the triple super. So that was that 13 additional I gave this guy. Alright, so on this next rotation, dude, we're about to be looking insane. Because we got the 3 supers, so we are 30% attack and defense built into our build-up, which is a total of 50%, by the way. It's 10% attack and defense with each attack performed. So we did 3 attacks right there, so that's 30%. And then also, that's 50% defense from his super attack effect 3 times. So that's going to be pretty crazy. And then also, we received 2 attacks right there, so we have 12% damage reduction. So just considering everything going on with this guy, I got a feeling this next rotation, it's about to be pretty crazy. Now, seeing how they built this guy compared to the other God Gokus is just insane. I mean, look at the AGL one, dude. Like, look, I had high hopes for him, all right? I know a lot of people really wanted him to be good, and a lot of people are saying he's good, but I'm going to be honest with you, I think that is kind of just cope. I really don't think he's good. I mean, they made him offensive-orientated, which just not really the best thing. I mean, he's just not really all that good. I think maybe if he built up to some damage reduction instead of crit chance, it would have made me feel a little bit better about him, because of course damage reduction is a very easy way to just make units good. But unfortunately, they gave him the crit chance, so they just made him good offensively when really they should not have done that. I mean, he stacks attack as well. But his defense isn't going to be good enough to where his offense is really going to matter. But anyway, all right, so this is the crazy rotation. We've got 5 out of 7 links, 40% support, and we are at... Okay. 473k defense. I want to put this in retrospective. We still have 20% attack and defense to get from 2 attacks. We still get 50% defense on every super attack effect. We can build up to 30% damage reduction. And we get 80% attack and defense on super. Wait, dude, this guy's not even rainbowed. He's 69% again. Dude, this guy is so busted. What the hell? What is this? Okay, let's see what his attack set is right here. Because, okay, keep in mind, this is like a great scenario. We got the triple super. You know, we've got a lot of support. But, I mean, triple supering with him isn't going to be that uncommon. With an 8 million attack stat. Dude, this guy is good. This guy is really good. Oh my god. All right. That's crazy. We'll see what his defensive stat drops to on this next rotation. But as long as his defense is still reasonably good, then that is very impressive. I mean, dude, almost 500k defense. And we got the 50% on our super attack effect. So that puts us at, what? Almost 700k defense. And we get the 80% attack and defense when performing a super from our passive. So that puts us, yeah, I mean, like 800, 900k defense. And then we can have 30% damage reduction. Dude, this guy is really good. That was crazy right there. I mean, you know, maybe I'm kind of overhyping him a little because almost 1 million defense with 30% damage reduction still is taking a good amount of damage from some hard-hitting enemies. But this is a sub-EZA, and he was looking that good. Now, okay, on this rotation, unfortunately, we didn't get a double or triple super. Or we didn't get a double or triple super on the last rotation. So in this rotation, we don't have as much attack and defense carried over. But keep in mind, we're still not fully built up. And 210k defense isn't the worst because then we get the 50% on our super attack effect. So then that would put us a little over 300k. And then we get the 80% from our super attack, like in our passive. So then that puts us approaching 500k defense roughly. And then, of course, the 30% damage reduction. And again, we're not fully built up. So definitely, he's looking really good right here. After this rotation, we will be fully built up. I think we're 1 attack away from that. So definitely, we'll be looking good. And then we still have to receive a couple attacks for our damage reduction. But once you get his damage reduction fully built up, yeah, this guy's going to be cooking. Now, we got our defense lowered right there. Kind of unfortunate because then that's going to affect his performance on the next rotation. But I guess it is what it is. All right, yeah, we got the additional right there. Can we get the hidden potential one? No, we can't. Now, another thing about this guy that's pretty good is he's very old. Unfortunately, I'm just unlucky, I guess, so I haven't managed to pull that many copies of him. But a lot of people are probably going to have this guy rainbowed or very close to it. So, a lot of people are probably going to have, you know, him with like 20 additional. Or, well, he's STR, so probably like 15 additional. But if you give him good equips, you could have around 20 additional. And I do kind of suggest you do that. Because, I mean, as you saw in the previous rotation, we got the triple super. We were at like 500k defense, and we still weren't fully built up. And there was so much going on there, you know, with the damage reduction, the attack and defense stats we get on super and all that. So just a lot going on with this guy to where giving him full additionals is probably the way to go. I mean, maybe giving him like, I don't know, I guess a little bit of dodge might be all right if you really want to consider this guy a defensive unit, which I think his defensive definitely is more impressive than his offense. So that's probably not the worst thing to do. But offensively, I mean, I wouldn't worry about like crits or anything like that because he's STR. So he has the base 5 crit. And, you know, he's going to be doing multiple supers a turn anyway. So his damage is going to be looking good. So we're at 165k defense right there. Definitely a little bit lower. But what we're going to do is we're going to pop the Trunks and Vegeta's active skill. And we're going to see a little bit of a defensive buff from that. And then we'll go from there. So let's go ahead and play this active. All right, so yeah, right here we are going to have 5 out of 7 links once again. We've got no support. We're at 198, so basically 200k defense. Now, again, keep in mind we've got the defensive support from the Vegeta and Trunks because of their active skill. I guess one negative thing about him is we're here on turn 8, and I'm pretty sure we're fully built up right here. If not, then we're like very close to being fully built up, at least with the damage reduction. I know in terms of our attack and defense, we are fully built up. But I guess a negative is, you know, maybe it takes a little bit long to fully build him up. But as long as you're getting the additionals off, and I guess for the early phases of events, you know, you can throw him in slot 1. And, you know, of course, they're not going to really hit that hard because typically early phases don't really hit that hard. And then you can build up the damage reduction, and then this guy will look very good. But I guess that might be an issue, is just how long it takes to build up with him. That's what I'm trying to say, is that, you know, here on turn 8, definitely isn't really the earliest, and typically events are kind of wrapping up right here, especially if you bring, like, you know, these crazy teams with all the crazy units that are out. You know, I guess they will kind of just blitz through the event. But still, I feel like in his best situation, he's looking insane, again, for a banner unit, or not a banner unit, for a sub-EZA. This guy is just very crazy. So, alright, again, almost 200k defense. We get the 80% on super attack effect, and then the 50% on super attack effect as well. So, just a lot of attack and defense going on right here. We'll showcase this rotation right here, and then we will, we'll cut to the red zone test. I guess I'll bring this guy versus Metal Cooler Core. I feel like he'll probably work best in there, just because, of course, he has type advantage. And for the first int phase, I guess it might be kind of hard to build up with him, but we'll worry about that when we get there, I guess. So how much are we taking right here? Yeah, double digits. All right, so yeah, as long as you build up the 30% damage reduction and you get the super attack off first, this guy's going to be fine with most hard-hitting enemies, like normals at least, because 30% damage reduction with at least like 400k defense, maybe a little bit higher than that, is around double-digit tanking from, like, you know, Cell Max, Red Zone Broly, Red Zone Omega, and this guy can get to that level fairly common, right? I mean, like I said, you just build up with him, more specifically the 30% damage reduction, and then I feel like that's really when this guy's going to start to shine. So, alright, well, with all that shown, let's go ahead and cut to the Metal Cooler Core Red Zone stage. Alright, so we're here fighting Metal Cooler Core, and we don't have the best rotations right here, but as I said earlier in the video, I'm on my actual global account, so we only got 3 attempts, so I can't really just waste this right here. I gotta make sure I utilize this. But still, we got the God Goku right here, and we are gonna get the 6 key spheres with him, so we're not necessarily looking bad. But, I mean, yeah, I guess we gotta wait a rotation for him, which does kind of suck, because I did want to make sure I did want to try to at least get fully built up with him, the sub-EZA God Goku, before we went into the final phase. And if he was on the first rotation, then we would have gotten him, obviously, on the first rotation, and then we would have had him on the 3rd turn, which would have still been against this first phase of Metal Cooler. But because we got him on the 2nd rotation, then his 2nd appearance is going to be during the final phase, and we're, I mean, pretty much guaranteed to not be fully built up then, unless we get, like, really lucky with our attacks, because I guess technically we could be fully built up in 1 turn. What do we need? Because I'm mainly focused on his damage reduction. I mean, the extra attack and defense with every attack performed is still pretty crucial, but the 30% damage reduction is really where most of this guy's defensive capabilities, you know, just starts to look really crazy. So yeah, it's 6% with every attack received up to 30%. So what, we need to take like 5 attacks? Yeah, 5 attacks. So yeah, I mean, it's possible as long as we don't get supered, because that might do a little bit of damage. But I did bring a Whis just in case, because I'm not really concerned of how much damage he's taking in this phase. I'm more curious about how he would tank, obviously, in the final phase, when he does have type advantage. So, alright, well then, yeah, Vegeta and Trunks can do this. I mean, we can't really damage this phase, so it doesn't really matter if they get additionals or anything like that. Just as long as we get supered right here. Okay, yeah, perfect, because then that means Metal Cooler Core, or I guess Metal Cooler, it's not Core yet. He's not going to super, like, first thing in the next rotation, so then we could, like, throw him in slot 1 and then be fine. Okay. So yeah, actually, you know what? This works out perfectly. So yeah, we have him with the LR God, so we're going to have most of our links active. And is that 5 attacks? I'm pretty sure that is. So, alright, what we'll do is, yeah, we'll get that with him. And then our defense is 100k. Alright, so pretty low. We might die right here. So I think I am going to pop a Whis just to be safe. But still, I mean, I think with the Whis, we should be cool. But okay, we've got the guard with the gods and the Super Saiyan 4, so they're definitely fine. But the God Goku, Yeah, 61k, and he's dodging, man. You can't be dodging. I gotta receive the attacks with you, and we're getting supered. Okay. So we're probably dead right here. Yeah, 300k, that's a lot. Alright. And that was with a Whis, too, man. Yeah, I guess that goes to show this guy is not a slot 1 unit. In turn 1, he definitely can't get clapped up, especially if you're in slot 1. But, I mean, really, the buffs this guy gets on super are very, very, like, big. So you do want to make sure you throw him in slot 2. I think, obviously, I mean, in slot 1, he's just not really going to tank that well. So, all right, well, with that shown, I mean, we can just go ahead and cut to the final phase. Hopefully, I can just get a good rotation with him, and then, you know, just see how good he's looking then. All right, so we're here fighting Metal Cooler Core, and I actually did get his defense lowered on the previous rotation because he received the super. But, I mean, as I said, I only got 3 attempts, so I don't want to waste this because we're still going to be looking pretty good here. I mean, we've got 150k defense. Of course, we get the 50% on every super attack we do, and then we get the 80% from our passive. And we are, I'm pretty sure, fully built up in terms of the damage reduction. So, you know, we've got 30% damage reduction right here. We've gotten a super or 2 off as well, so we're a little bit into our attack and defense build up from that. And, yeah, 4 out of 7 links. Let's see how well we're tanking right here. I would assume this is double digits, but I don't know, at least from the normals, because, I mean, as I was saying earlier in the video, around that 400k defense mark with 30% damage reduction, yeah, double digits. But we do have type advantage, and all right, we're taking a super. Now, keep in mind we got no additionals, and our defense was lowered, and we took 346k. All right, that's actually really good. We did die right there because we were already low on health, but if you've got like 700k HP on a team, that's not really the worst amount of damage to take. Now, I guess we can, I mean, I got one more attempt, so I guess we can hop back in and see how well he's performing then, but I feel like we did kind of already showcase, you know, mainly how good he's going to be performing, but whatever. We'll just get one more, like, really good rotation with him and see how well he's tanking, because I think we could probably tank better than, like, 346k from a super. Alright, so we're back in the Metal Cooler Core fight. This is my last attempt, so hopefully this goes fairly well. Our defense is not lowered, but we didn't really get to build up with them that much. Didn't really get any, like, luck with my additionals. So we're a little bit higher defensively than we were on the previous Metal Cooler Core fight. So 164k defense, it's alright. As long as we don't get supered, I guess in slot 3, we should be fine. Because Vegeta and Trunks could take a super, but obviously they didn't get supered. And God Goku, as we already saw, he can easily be able to live a super. As long as we get, like, you know, an additional here, just to kind of guarantee we can take a super. Well, okay, an additional super. That's not an additional super. Okay. Well, okay, we didn't get super attacked anyway. So Gogeta does have the 50% chance to dodge it. And he also is nullifying an attack right here. So we possibly might nullify the actual super attack. So we should be looking good here. Yeah, we got the additional as well. But on this next rotation, we might actually die. Because, well, we have God Goku, I think. And obviously God Goku has the 77% damage reduction here. So he should be fine. But I don't know if the LR Gods will be. I guess I could transform with them, but it really just depends on if they get lucky with dodges. Yeah, so we should be fine. Okay, yeah, God Goku in slot 1, definitely the way to go. We do have to transform with them, so let's do that. I'm kind of tempted to put them in slot 3, just because then they nullify that one attack. So then even if it is a super, we're just not going to receive the attack. But I guess I could throw them in slot 2, pick up a couple Rainbow Key Spheres. So even if they do get super, they have the, what? It's a 42% chance to dodge, I think. So, okay, well, we're getting supered right here. God Goku easily will be able to tank this. Okay. Alright, well, okay, that wasn't necessarily tanking, but our defense was lowered. As you saw, it was like 82k start of turn. And, you know, God Goku, of course, does get a lot better if, you know, he supers first, too, because he gets a 30% defense. And I don't know how lucky we got with Key Spheres right there. I've just kind of mindlessly clicked through them. But God Goku obviously does look a lot more impressive the more Key Spheres you get with him. He also gets like a 77% attack and defense buff with 2 Rainbow Key Spheres. And I'm not sure if we got that right there. So not really the craziest turn for that God Goku, but he still tanked it, right? I mean, we survived. He tanked about as much as, okay, that's a lot of damage. He tanked about as much as the LR Gods took from a normal right there. Alright, well, we didn't get supered. And God Goku right here does have the guard and the dodge chance. So, oh, I thought we were getting super for a second. So, as long as God Goku dodges, I think we should be fine, because he might take a little bit of damage from actual normals right here, judging from how much damage he did to the LR gods. But alright, yeah, we're fine. So, okay, now unfortunately, we don't have a great linking partner. Yeah, we're only going to have the 2 out of 7 links. So, this still isn't horrible. We're at 191k defense, actually, so that isn't really that bad. But, oh, okay, well, we're really low on HP, so if we get supered in slot 1, we're dead. So I gotta put the Vegeta and Trunks in slot 1. I don't think they would die. We got supered first thing on the last rotation. So I was gonna say, if we got supered like at the end of the last rotation, we might be fine right here, but we didn't. We got supered like first thing. So this might be a super right here. And if it is, it's fine. I mean, I'll still just call it here. It's not that big of a deal. Please don't get supered. Okay, perfect. All right. So then, yeah, we get to see how well God Goku's tanking right here. Keep in mind, we were almost at 200k defense. So right here, we've got the 30% damage reduction. We are going to have the 80% buff will set us well over 300k. And then the 50% buff will set us well over 400k. And then any additionals from there would just obviously make us look a lot better. All right, well, we are getting supered, but we're in a much better scenario right here. So let's see how much he's taking from this. Still 325k. All right. To be fair, we didn't get a single additional super. But, I mean, he has only a medium chance to get it. And actually, were we above the 59% threshold? I don't think we were. But, I mean, I do have him built full additionals. So, still, I mean, it's still pretty reasonable why I rely on some additionals. But, all right, I mean, you know, not really the best performance. But he definitely will work in this event. Keep in mind, these are some of the most difficult stages in the game. So, of course, you know, they do hit very hard. That's why I bring him in there. But I think he performed pretty well. I guess maybe he's not, like, the craziest defensive unit in these really difficult events, especially in his worst situations, which are somewhat common. I mean, as we saw on turn 1, before he got any supers or any buildup or anything, even with a Whis, he was dying to the first phase of the Metal Cooler Core. So, definitely in his worst situations, he can get destroyed. But for a sub-EZA, he definitely has some really good potential. I'll say that. So with all that shown, let's go ahead and cut to the unit breakdown. Alright, here we have Divine Power within Super Saiyan God Goku. Starting off with his leader skill, it is all types, Ki +3, HP attack and defense plus 80%. Not really the best lead. I mean, maybe for free to play you could use this, but other than that, not really anything too crazy. This guy's passive is that he gets 2 Ki and 120% attack and defense. He gets 80% attack and defense when performing a super attack. And then he launches an additional attack that has a medium chance to become a super when HP is 59% or more. This guy gets 10% attack and defense with each attack performed up to 50%. And then this guy reduces damage received by 6% with each attack received up to 30%. So definitely a lot going on here to where when you're fully built up with him, he's going to be looking really good. Of course, you got the 50% attack and defense here. You've got the 30% damage reduction here. And then especially, as I've said throughout the video, if you have him in slot 2, you get the 80% attack and defense there. And then, you know, he'll just be looking very good in terms of his stats after he supers. And then this guy's super attack effect is that he causes supreme damage to enemy and then raises attack and defense by 50% for 3 turns. That is a very good super attack effect right there. 50% attack and defense for 3 turns with having built-in additionals is actually pretty crazy. And then this guy's links are Godly Power, Shocking Speed, Super Saiyan, Over in a Flash, Warrior Gods, The First Awaken, and Fierce Battle. So pretty solid link set. He'll work good with a lot of other Realm of Gods units. So definitely pretty good there. And then this guy's categories are Pure Saiyans, Goku's Family, Power Beyond Super Saiyan, Realm of Gods, Power of Wishes, Miraculous Awakening, Bond of Parent-Child, Bond of Friendship, Movie Heroes, Turtle School, Warriors Raised on Earth, Legendary Existence, Accelerated Battle, and Battle of Fate. So he's on a lot of categories as well. He's on like Movie Heroes, which is the best team in the game right now, Bond of Parent-Child, which is one of the best teams in the game, Pure Saiyans, Power Beyond Super Saiyan, Power of Wishes, which are all just very good teams. So, and I guess, you know, it's worth mentioning these are some of his top linking partners. He does work with the 7th year anniversary LR Gogeta, or the 5th year anniversary LR, excuse me. So that is kind of a plus with him as well. And he's got some pretty solid linking partners. I mean, a lot of people up here are pretty top tier. You know, you got the 7th year anniversary LR Goku and Vegeta. You've got the EZA STR Gogeta, the new Dokkan Festival God Goku. So definitely some good linking partners. But yeah, that has been the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you guys are thinking of this guy down in the comments. And yeah, I'll catch y'all in the next one.